Okay. So madam, my next question is about હમણાં recent જે movie ઘણું hit થયું, હું ઇકબાલ. એના પર મારે તમને પૂછ્યું છે because I read somewhere in, I think in Times of India article માં હતું કે like you mentioned કે that was very challenging role for you because you were doing for the first time, and I think in Gujarati cinema also this was the first time where a female was playing this kind of a role, right? So my question is, how did you prepare for that role, and what was your journey throughout that movie?
હું ઇકબાલ was shot during COVID na second wave, I think, second wave, I think.
Achha.
No, third wave. During the third wave, we were shooting for Hu Iqbal.
Okay.
And it was when I was told that I have worked with this director before, Pallav Parekh જે છે એમને આના પહેલા એક વેબ સિરીઝ બનાવી હતી, and I had played a small part, like a guest appearance in that one. And but એ જ વખતે એમને મને કીધું હતું કે I am writing this some story, and Emma, we will work again. We there was a great conversation that happened between us, and argue, okay, you feel the vibe that this thing is it's fun working with this person. So when the call came for that, I was really excited, but of course they had asked for an audition. Because Emma, the thing was, they were looking for 2 females and 2 males. Like if you see, there was one that was Iqbaal Qureshi, who was the CBI head. Then it was my character, which was the commissioner. Then there was the inspector that was played by Mitra Gadvi, and then we had the journalist who was Jankana, who he had played. So Devki, I think, was finalized that she was supposed to be the female journalist. Then Iqbal, CBI head, was definitely going to be a male. So in that male-female combination was already locked and final. Okay. While they were still thinking, if the inspector was a female, the commissioner would be a man. And if the inspector was a man, then the commissioner was a female. So, because the combination had to be 2 men, 2 women, that was the thing. So, we didn't know how that was going to go, and they were considering other people, and I think Jayesh More was going to play the commissioner, the role that I played, and there was another female who was going to play the inspector, but then God knows, something happened, touch wood. I was in the scene, and they said that you have to audition for the commissioner. Okay. So, and I had just completed Desai Diamonds at that time. And during Desai Diamonds, I had a really bad viral attack, and I was completely unwell. Jemtem just finished karyu. And I was like kind of just resting from that, and this thing came. And I said, oh my God, and to audition, and it was like the opening speech, where I have this talk with Jankana. And it was, the script was given. It was like, 8-10 lines were there, and that's it. And but I was like, itli badi shardi thayi thi mane, so it was like congested AV situation congestion સાથે I auditioned for this role. So automatically my voice was sounding very, very bassy and heavy and all that, and that is what they wanted. मैं audition करी और मोकली, and I said, I'm so sorry, my voice is like completely gone, and I was feeling that but that serious mood that was there on my face and in my voice just somehow helped the audition. And they were I'm sure they were looking at a lot of auditions, and the DOP, I believe, was there, and I sent it to the guy who was doing the casting, and and he just played my audition, and the DOP had not even seen it, but he just heard me. And he said, that is our commissioner. Bhavesh told me this later. He's saying, the moment we heard your voice, we just said, that's our commissioner, So they hadn't even seen me then. Then they came running to the screen, and then they saw it, and they're like, "Nahin, this is final. This is locked. She's going to be the commissioner."
Wow.
So that is what happened. And then they were going to start shoot in about 15-20 days. 15 days ka kuch gap tha, or 10 days, I think. So in between, we were called for the reading because it was a different kind of a role. And the kind of person I am, I think no sentence of mine is complete without a sorry, please, excuse me, I think, I believe. And Pallav said, remove all of it.
You have to
Not
be
even
assertive.
you're going to say sorry. एक बार भी आप thank you भी नहीं बोलोगे किसी को. You are not going to say I think, I believe, it might. No. None of these words. This is what you're going to do. This is how it's going to be done. This is what I think. I believe. No. This is what is going to be done. कोई उसमें no reason for you to be unsure about anything. And just as my personality, I would always say, just to be polite, I would say, maybe it's a better idea to do this, or, why don't we try this? And saying, no, you don't say any of that. You say, you go ahead and do this. This is what will be done. Right. That's it. So that was the biggest challenge for me, because please वगैरह तो मेरा पूरा ही नहीं होता था sentence. He's saying, no, we don't want any pleases. I realized in the entire film, I think once, by mistake, I said please once, and I don't know how they let it go. But एक बार मैंने please बोला सही. But other than that, in the entire film, I have hardly ever smiled, which is also something that I can smile very easily. So yes. I have not smiled. I have not used any of my favorite words in the So the main preparing was that. And believe that, you are that. As you have to believe that. But it was a nice thing. हमारा set ऐसे था that, તમે જ્યારે જાઓ set પર, ત્યારે morning commissioner જ મને કે બધા જ કે. Morning commissioner. So you get the vibe right from the beginning, right? And you feel that okay. So somebody calls you commissioner, तुम्हारी चाल बदलाई जाए. Yes. Your voice बदलाई जाए. So you have to be in command. You have to be in authority.
But let me tell you, madam. તમારું જે મૂવીમાં જે એન્ટ્રી છે, તમે પેલું વોક કરતા કરતા આવો છો ને, આ બાજુથી મિત્ર ગઢવી આવે છે. I mean that બહુ ખતરનાક હતું, એ બહુ મસ્ત લાગતું હતું. So good.
Yeah, because it was a one take so it had to be choreographed. It was almost a 10-12 minute scene, which was one take. So the camera starts at one point. There are no cuts. It just moves along. Mitra ત્યાં આવે છે, he comes to the main gate. He comes through that એના ગાડીમાં આવે છે, main gate પર ઉતરે છે, phone call પતાવે છે, દાદરો ચડે છે, and we had to match the timing.
Correct.
And he was like 3 kilometers away. He's entering through a gate, and I'm supposed to, from here trying to. So we had to, rehearse the whole thing. But in the second take, we got it. We could manage, and the cameraman had to run behind him, hiding. That had to be choreographed. So the choreography was not only done for the actors, but the choreography was also done for the camera people. Okay. So choreograph કરીને scene કર્યો હતો, and yeah, I think it turned out. I'm very sure that I think it turned out. I said no, it did turn out very well.
Absolutely. કારણ કે મને યાદ રહી ગયું એ સીન, કારણ કે જે રીતે થયો છે આખો શૂટ, તમારી એન્ટ્રી છે, ને that looked very good. So
correct.
Yeah. And I think this was a very different film. મને એવું લાગે છે કે આવી કદાચ આવી કોઈ film બની નથી, probably, right?
This kind of thriller જે genre જે છે એનું, and yeah, so it is of its kind. It's a very new take on films, and the way it was made also was different. Yeah, I mean, making પણ થોડું જુદું છે. It is not like the regular films. It was an experiment, and of course there is a lot of scope to work on that side of it. But kudos for giving it such a serious attempt.
Right. Ma'am, તમે આ જે શૂટિંગ કરો એમાં how do you make the environment little bit light? કારણ કે ઘણી વાર આટલું long duration na shoot hoy, so how all you guys you enjoy, or how you make it more fun?
Unfortunately, I think 90% of the films that I have done so far, mane team bahut sari mali che, bahut sari mali. Like working, I think that is the first thing that, of course, not first thing, but one of the important things you would always look for when you're working, because જ્યારે તમે કામ કરતા હોય તમને એવું લાગે કે તમે 15 દિવસનું તો કામ છે, 20 દિવસનું કામ છે, but those 15-20 days are actually very very long, because તમે at least 15 થી 18 કલાક એ લોકો સાથે સ્પેન્ડ કરતા હો. 12 hours તો તમારો શૂટિંગ ટાઈમ જ છે. 1.5 કલાક પહેલા મેકઅપ, હેર, 1.5 કલાક પછી removing everything. So it is very important to be working with the people you want to work with. And તમને સાથે કામ કરવાની મજા આવે, એ એટમોસ્ફિયર ડેફિનેટલી હોવું જોઈએ. A good rapport with your director, a great rapport with your DOP, that only elevates your performance.
Right.
Apanne એવું લાગે કે okay, you can just keep all your personal things aside, and of course we do that also a lot of times, but your performance is also enhanced if these things come about in a certain way.
Right.
Because મને યાદ છે કે હું ઇકબાલમાં અમારો જે કાસ્ટ હતો, ઓફકોર્સ પલ્લવ સાથે મેં પહેલા કામ કર્યું હતું. આર ડીઓપી વોઝ ધ ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ, મેં એમની સાથે પહેલા કામ નહોતું કર્યું. દેવકીને ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ હું લાઈફમાં મળી. મિત્ર, આઈ ન્યૂ હિમ, પણ એની સાથે મેં કામ નહોતું કર્યું. નીરવને ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ હું મળી આપણો. So it was a very new set for me, in terms of working with these people. અને પાછું તમારું કેરેક્ટર એવું કે તમે કમિશનર છો, so you all obviously have to be on that thing કે અરે I am something, at least in the film I'm, so you have to exude that aura તમારા વર્કમાં, તો એ તમારું જો બોન્ડિંગ સારું થઈ જાય, તો everything is great. So ઇકબાલમાં એવું ડેફિનેટલી થયું હતું, and I think જે અમારી કેમિસ્ટ્રી હતી between the actors, તો મારા અને ઝંખનાના બહુ ઓછા સીન્સ હતા, but the time and the chit chat and the conversations we used to have after or before or during the shoot, those were invaluable.
Right.
અને એટલા સારા ફ્રેન્ડ્સ આજે પણ, જો હું દેવકીને મળું કે નીરવને મળું કે મિત્રને મળું, એ વાળી જે અમારી વાઇબ જે છે, it just comes back, તો એ આમ. અને એક સાથે આપણે જ્યારે કંઈક we are trying to create something new,
right,
એક વસ્તુ આવે ને, all our energies are coming together, એ બહુ એક સારી ફિલિંગ છે, કે yes, our film is doing well, yes, આપણે આ સારો શોટ કર્યો, that excitement of going through that journey, ups and downs, કે oh shit, આજનો દિવસ બહુ જ ખરાબ હતો, how do we come back from that?
Right.
તો એ જર્ની તમને સારા co-actors મળે અને it comes about, તો એ then the film goes to another level, જે હોવું જોઈએ. અને I think after all, as humans, that is all આપણે crave કરતા હોઈએ છીએ, કે સારા લોકો સાથે કામ કરો, જેમની સાથે તમે હસી શકો, જેમની પાસેથી તમે શીખી શકો છો, અને એક ડિફરન્ટ પર્સપેક્ટિવ ઓફ લાઈફ તમને મળે from that person. અને જુદી જાતનું એક કમ્પેશન પણ થાય, because આપણે આપણા જ દુનિયામાં એટલું બધું ઇન્વોલ્વ હોઈએ, એ આપણને ખબર નથી પડતી, અને પછી તમને ખબર પડે કે somebody is different, and coming from everybody has got a story to tell, and everybody has got their own battles that they are fighting.
Correct.
દરેક જણની એક સેડ સ્ટોરી હોય, એક હેપી સ્ટોરી હોય, એક સમથિંગ ઇન ધેર પર્સનલ લાઈફ જે ચાલતું જ હોય દરેકના લાઈફમાં, અને બધું તમે મૂકીને જ્યારે એક પ્લેટફોર્મ પર આવો ત્યારે તમને થાય કે આ બધા આ લાઈફમાં આ બધા ઇશ્યુઝ એમના ચાલી રહ્યા છે, બટ ટુડે વી આર હિયર એન્ડ વી આર એન્જોયિંગ ધીસ.
યસ રાઈટ. ઓકે મેડમ, હવે થોડી ફની સાઈડ પર આવીએ. તમારી જે સ્પોટીફાઈની એડ હતી, સો હું અંટાવા તો સમાનથાએ બી ઘણા વ્યૂ મળ્યા સમાનથાના સોંગને, અને તમારા સોંગને બી બહુ વ્યૂઝ મળ્યા. સો tell us about that story. So
oh my god, when જ્યારે એ સોંગ, of course, like I didn't know the song that much. જ્યારે મતલબ ઓડિશન માટે આ પીસ આવ્યો, I'm like, આ song, what am I supposed to do? They said that no, you are actually supposed to lip sync this song. So I said, કેવી રીતના? I mean, એ lyrics તો જો તમે કેવા છે. So that was the challenge, and they said you have to send in your audition by tomorrow, and today I am listening to this song. મને આ સોંગ શું છે પણ ખબર નહીં. I was like, યાર આ કયું ગાયન છે આના? So then I realized કે ચલો ગાવાનું તો નથી જ, that much I know for sure, but what I am supposed to do is my mouth has to move according to those lyrics. So phonetically it should be correct. Of course background માં તો જે ગાયન ચાલવાનું છે તો ચાલવાનું છે. So I started singing the song, as in singing to myself, and oh my god, and I did it and I did it and I did it so many times, and I record karyu, whatever, and it was done. It was supposed to be done with a lot of actions that were there, and I'm supposed to sing also, એટલે બધું કર્યું, and I sent it, and after a couple of days I got a call back saying that yeah, you're shortlisted, but you have to do it again, or lip sync aur bhi acha chahiye. I'm like, okay. I said aap bahut jagru che, but what happened was એટલું catchy છે ને, તો મેં તો મોકલી આપ્યું. My first audition I sent it to them, and it kept moving in my mind, તો મેં છોડ્યું નહીં है. I kept the song, I kept doing the song, because I'm મોડે ચડી ગયું મને. So they asked me to do, after 2 days when it came back, और अच्छा सिंग. I said, अरे इसको तो रट्टा मार लिया अब मैंने, इतना गाया 2 अंतरे तक मुझे आ गया था सब कुछ, and I was supposed to 1 अंतर out of that. I said, क्या बात है, this much तो I can definitely do. Because I was continuously doing it for 2 days after that, because મને થયું કે યાર કેમ નથી થતું, let me do it as usual. ને ચૂડ હોય કે નવું શીખવાની. I kept doing it. Then they said, I said, yeah, fine, sure, I can do it. I was very confident. And then I did it. And the next time, so obviously it was even better, because I knew practice કરી હતી. Unknowingly, not thinking. I said, આ તો ગયું, એટલું બધું સારું કંઈ થયું નથી. તો then I gave it again, and immediately I got a call back saying that it is done and final ho gaya. It was bahut agra lyrics hata, I think, but it was very, very interesting.
It was very good. Yes, and nice. I mean, funny, and at the same time
it is very, very catchy. IPL વખતે I don't know, like generally આપણી ફિલ્મો ગુજરાતમાં હોય અને ગુજરાતમાં ચાલે, તો મારા relatives throughout India and wherever લોકો જોતા હોય, even abroad, Dubai and everywhere, they were watching IPL. તો ત્યાંથી મને messages and phone આવે કે oh, we saw you in the ad. So it was exciting, and it was a very, very catchy and a very funny, mast zone emne pakadyo to, and they made about 12-13 ads, I think, of the similar kind. But this one, because of the song, it got a lot of views on YouTube.
Right. Okay, madam, my next question about the web series, તમે જે કરી દેસાઈ ડાયમંડ્સ, right, and પૂરી પાની. સો એના વિશે તમે કંઈ કહી શકો? હાઉ વોઝ યોર એક્સપિરિયન્સ? એમાં કઈ ટાઈપના તમે એ રોલને કેવી રીતે again prepare કર્યું? I mean, comparing with the films and advertisement, how web series is different. એ ટર્મ્સમાં, એ કન્ટેક્સમાં તમે કંઈક થોડો આઈડિયા આપી શકો તો?
I think series and a film, like as an actor, both difference nathi. I mean, it is more or less the same. The writing changes because it is episodic hoy. So ek episode kevi ritna end thawano che. How should it end so that it takes the audience to the next episode? How should the next episode start? So that writing wise and making wise farak padta. But as an actor, I don't think it changes a lot for you, because you are basically doing the same thing. So ema bo farak nahi. Acting wise it's the same. But I think maru first web series that I did was Puri Pani. E maru which was written by Jinal Bilani. And very interesting script, a very interesting character that I got to play. And the whole Jenu, the narrative was about women being independent, women being proud of the work they are doing. And so it touched a lot of topics je mara dil thi bau paase hata, najeek hata. So અને જે મેં કેરેક્ટર પ્લે કર્યું એ પણ એવું એક કેરેક્ટર હતું, જે started off like being dependent on someone else, અને પછી કેવી રીતના you come together and make start working and make yourself independent and teach your child કે એ mom na work ને respect કરે અને acknowledge kare. So that was that. Then after that I did a series called BG Pari.
Right.
That was for Astha Productions, and that was like more or less like a love story, which give yourself a second chance when you meet your loved one. Tamara ke misunderstandings ho and clear tha, and then you even if you are not in that age anymore of like not that young as you were, but there is no stopping when you want to give yourself a second chance, kind of a thing. So BG Pari was that.
Right.
And after that was Desai Diamonds. That was shot again in Baroda. It was a thriller kind of zone ma hatu. And it was a long series, and I had to play a lot of scenes in that. So interesting hatu. The character had got a lot of emotions the character went through. So બહુ બધું શીખવા મળ્યું એમાંથી through every situation. So I'm like talking with the gundao સાથે વાત કરી રહી છું, in the most in that way, strong everything. Pachi I lose my husband, so pachi you become vulnerable and sad. Then my relationship with my stepson je batayo che, je mother ne accept nathi karto, so you're fighting that relationship. So there were a lot of complex relationships that were there, and kevi ritna portray karwana. So that was interesting in that sense.
Right. ના મેડમ, મેં તમારે ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામ પ્રોફાઇલ બી આખી જોઈ છે. I mean, to the first post of yours. and I was watching કે તમે જે શરૂઆતના જે બધા videos post કર્યા હતા about probably like when you were trying out something different things. તો મને તમારી બહુ મહેનત દેખાય છે. I mean, you have worked so hard in improving yourself, doing practice so many times and all. So that actually gives lot of inspiration. I mean, એ બહુ તમારો એક જર્ની મને દેખાય છે. તમે બહુ હાર્ડ વર્ક કર્યું છે, મને એવું લાગે છે આ લેવલ પર પહોંચવા માટે, એન્ડ કન્ટિન્યુઅસ પ્રેક્ટિસ કરી છે. સો આ થવાનું જ હતું. I mean, so yeah. So whatever you are doing is yes. Okay. Now about મેં તમારી પોસ્ટ જોઈ હતી about કે you were like nominated for one role also, right? ગુજરાત ફિલ્મ આઇકોનિક એવોર્ડ્સ નું જે એક હતું બીટી ફિલ્મ માટે, right? So what was that? And you know, like બીજા તમારા એવોર્ડ્સ, તમારા અચીવમેન્ટ્સ વિશે તમે કંઈક કહી શકો? I mean,
I have not won a single award yet. હું રાહ જોઈને બેઠી છું, મારા ઘરમાં એટલી બધી જગ્યા છે.
You will get one, yes.
But no. I see. Of course, it is always nice to win an award or something like that. But the main award જ્યારે હોય ને એ બહુ સ્ટ્રેન્જ જગ્યા પરથી આવતા હોય, યા કોઈક એક માણસ તમને આવીને કહી જાય કે કે વાવ, I saw that, like out of the blue. Out of the blue, જ્યારે એકદમ unexpected કોઈ તમારું કઈ કામ જોઈ લે અને તમને આવીને કહે કે I saw it, and so I think that a moment par, I don't know what it feels like to win an award, but at that time it feels like you are winning an award. So I think an award might just be something more exciting than that. But atyare mane e બધા awards છે એવું લાગે છે. Like after after the premiere of Hu Iqbaal, when I walked out, there was એક આપણા ચહિતા બધા લોકો હોય. So I'm not naming the person here, but he's dramatics na guru કહેવાય, અમદાવાદમાં એવા છે અને બહુ બધા વર્કશોપ્સ લેતા હોય છે અને બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ એમના એટલા બધા છે. તો એ મને આવીને કહી ગયા કે and I've always admired him from the back. હું કોઈ દિવસ I don't like go out of my way and just try to એવું નથી કરતી. I just try to my work will speak for itself.
Right.
અને જ્યારે એ જોશે, they will come to me, and that day is good. હું સામેથી જઈને પૂછું કે મારું કામ કેવું લાગ્યું, everybody is going to say આ બહુ સારું હતું, and I don't want that. If somebody comes on their own to tell me that they've liked my work, that means it is something, because if you ask, then everybody is just going to be polite, and I don't want to be happy with being polite. So મેં કોઈ દિવસ એમને કંઈ પૂછ્યું નથી, બટ આમ પાછળથી આપણે એડમાયર કરતા હોય એવી એક વ્યક્તિ હતી. And after Iqbaal, he came and he said to me that of course clue આપું છું કે he છે, that I loved your work. I just simply loved it. And he said that you come on the screen, and the screen presence you have, you like filled up the entire screen.
Wow.
And he said, when I heard your voice when you spoke, it, like he said, Jayesh More, somebody whom I really look up to. એ જ્યારે સ્ક્રીન પર આવે, એ જ્યારે બોલે, ત્યારે એમનો અવાજથી તમારા કાન ભરાઈ જાય અને પ્રેઝન્સથી આંખો ભરાઈ જાય, એવું તમારું પરફોર્મન્સ હતું. I thought you filled my ears and my eyes when and I was like, oh my God, I was getting goosebumps everywhere. And I literally, mara aankhon mein, I had tears, and I was like, shit, sorry. I can't believe that I am hearing this from someone, whom you've admired so much. પણ કોઈ દિવસ હિંમત પણ ના થાય તમારી પૂછવા માટે કે કેવું લાગ્યું. I mean, no, I ask that because એ સાચું બોલી દે ને આપણે સાચું ના સારું કર્યું હોય તો એના કરતા પૂછવું જ નહીં. જ્યારે સારું હશે ત્યારે આવીને કહેશે. So he said that, and it's like, wow. I was like, that day I had won an award for myself. અને પછી એક બીજા પણ એક એવા જ એક ડિરેક્ટર છે જેમને young, very very young, અને એમનો હાલમાં જ એક ફિલ્મ બહુ જ સારી હતી. Again, I'm not him and the film, but a beautiful film. I'm not a part of that film, but I did go and watch the film. Amazing film. And એમને કંઈક awards પણ મળ્યા છે. And he came and said, he's saying કે Sonaalee, I don't know about the film, but I loved your work in the film, and I want to work with you and whatever. So I am like, કંઈક તો સારું ક્યાંક થયું હશે.
હું ગેસ કરી શકું?
I won't say yes or no, but yeah, I would love to hear your guess.
Okay, ચલા જવા તો વાંધો નહીં. But yes, મને સૌથી વધારે આ કોન્વર્ઝેશનમાં મેડમ એ ગમી રહ્યું છે કે તમે તમારી જે થોટ પ્રોસેસ છે ને અબાઉટ એવરીથિંગ, that is so good. એને મને તરત પેલું યાદ આવી ગયું. આઈ થિંક કદાચ 1 વર્ષ પહેલા મેં તમને એક મારો મોનોલોગ મેં પ્રિપેર કર્યો હતો ને મેં તમને મારી જોડે શેર કર્યો હતો. કદાચ તમને યાદ નહીં હોય, પણ તમે મને એવું કીધું કે તું જ તારી રીતે જો અને તને કેવું લાગે છે એ તું જો, સો તો મને યાદ રહી ગયું છે અને મને લાગ્યું કે હા, વસ્તુ સાચી છે. લાઈક કે જો મને મારું ગમશે, રાઈટ, તો એ કન્વિન્સિંગ હશે જ. તો મને ખ્યાલ આવી જાય. આઈ ડોન્ટ નીડ external approval or validation, right? So I totally understand, કે તમારી thought process.
I think, whenever sorry, I'm just cutting you, but whenever when you are in this learning stage, even I did a few foolish things when I was learning, like I used to prepare something and send it out and just wait for people to comment or see, and then I realized how wrong it was, as in because very few people would really comment honestly,
right,
and બહુ honestly કરે તોય આપણને ના ગમે અને ના કરે તોય આપણને ના ગમે. So it is a lose both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is best to do it for your sake and just leave it for your sake and go on to something else.
Right.
And જ્યારે તમને એવું લાગે કે okay, because એકદમ first વસ્તુ આપણે કરી તો I don't even say we should put it on any of the social media or whatever, because then people start judging you by that. So let's not do that also. Let 10 things like that just come and go.
Right.
અને પછી કદાચ તમને પોતાને જ એટલું બધું ગમે, watch it 10 times, 12 times, 100 times, and the 100th time also you think કે ના બરાબર છે, then you put it out on social media, and then don't send it to people individually. When people come there, come to your page, watch it, like it, but
Right.
be prepared that people are going to judge you by it. So unless you are very, very convinced, don't put it there, or it is better that then they don't know than know something bad. So that is a tip I would say for anybody who's starting out there.
Right.
Because we should be our own best critic for now.
Correct.
We are not getting any other platform to show our talent.
Right.
So I did that a lot during the lockdown also, because બહુ બધા monologues મેં prepare કર્યા હતા, shoot કર્યા. So I get a chance to place my camera, see how the light is coming, how to catch the light, make sure that I'm heard properly, what is my modulations that are happening in the voice. એ બધું study કરવા માટે. And જ્યારે મને એવું લાગે કે ના આ monologue સારું છે, કે આ એવું સારું છે, out of 10 things that you've done, એક વસ્તુ ગમે, તો maybe then you can share it somewhere, and because then it is there for life, and then તમારા પર people are going to judge, so you have to be prepared.
Right. Okay, madam, તમારા થોડા next projects વિશે તમે અગર કહી શકો, if you can share something.
lot of exciting things coming.
Okay.
Like I think we were hoping કે આ season માં release કદાચ થવાની હતી, but I think it will go to next year now. There is a film called Carrie, જે દર્શક ત્રિવેદીએ direct કરી છે, and he's a national award winning director. And that film, that was just after we shot Hu Iqbaal, that was my second film again I did with Devki. So અમારું જે bonding Hu Iqbaal વખતે હતું એ even stronger થઈ ગયું during Carrie. So and it's a very beautiful film, and it is about relationships, and જેવું એક કેરીનું ટ્રાન્ઝિશન હોય છે, એક ખાટું ગ્રીન કલરનું ફ્રૂટ, જેવું તમે એને હીટ આપો, આવતા જાઓ એને, એ એકચ્યુઅલી મીઠું થતું જાય.
Right.
So there is a graph in relationships also that are like a carry, જે ખાટી હોય, અહીંથી હજી તમે એને સ્ટ્રેસ આપીને you make it even perhaps give it that એટલી extra heat આપો એ પછી આપવા માંડે અને પછી actually sweet થાય. So relationships and Carrie is a metaphor used for relationships in that film. So એ બહુ sweet એક film છે, and I'm playing a very again a different kind of a character. So I think when that film comes, you'll get to see more.
Okay. મને એમ કે તમે કહી દેશો.
ના, પણ મજા નહીં આવે. You see it, then it will be more effective. But it's a very modern today's family.
Right.
And એમના interpersonal જે relationships છે એની story છે. So that is which will be coming very very soon. હમણાં to the festivals and એ બધું થઈ રહ્યું છે, એટલે theater release નથી થયો, no? Then there is one film that we just shot recently, that is my first film with the great Siddharth Randheria sir.
Wow.
I'm playing opposite him. I'm playing his love interest in the film. And it is a very very interesting story again. Of course wo story humna nahi kahi shaku, but both interesting, complicated, twisted evo plot che. But it's a beautiful journey, you know. Of course there is comedy, there is emotions, and again I've never played a character like this before. For sure. અને એનું શૂટ પતી ગયું છે, ડબિંગ બાકી છે, but I think it will be a very very interesting project. And and there are few other projects that are in the pipeline. You will be very happy to know that I was out for a workshop recently, and KT sir ની next film જે આવી રહી છે એના માટે. So I'm playing a part in that film. With Yash Soni and Arohi Patel. So interesting, very very interesting story.
Danny Jigar?
No. Danny Jigar is already shot. I'm to shoot. We are going to start very very soon. No, Danny Jigar pachi avse આ film. So I was telling you about this new film જે હવે I think this month જ કેવું જોઈએ, જૂન ચાલુ થશે, a little further down in June. And it will be Yash Soni and Arohi. તો યશ સાથે મેં પહેલા થોડું કામ કર્યું છે, આરોહી સાથે મેં નથી કર્યું. So I am looking forward કે how that will pan out. And KD sir સાથે મેં કોઈ દિવસ કામ નથી કર્યું. So I'm really excited. Really excited about that. I think he's one director that, you know, every actor wants to do at least one film with him and, you know, experience that. So I'm looking forward to that. Whatever I have, you know, JMA readings karya, I'm very excited. And kadach this would be the only role I don't know, આના જેવો character or આના જેવી situation મેં પહેલા તો નથી જ કરી, but I don't even know કે આના પછી હું કરીશ કે નહીં. It's so unique.
Wow. Good. Okay, madam. My last two questions.
Yes.
I ask to my each, guest.
No, which who have you interviewed before?
So I interview different people, not only actors in this film industry, but अलग-अलग industry ना लोगों के अलग-अलग subject में जे लोगों थोड़ा those who have done some extraordinary things तो ये लोगों ना okay. But so my question is about self-love. What I believe is, loving the self, is extremely important, and people do it. Yeah, so હું એવું માનું છું મેડમ કે તમે બી એક કંઈક કરતા જશો અલગ ફોર્મમાં. કોઈ like they like to do some mirror exercise, mirror work where they say પ્રેઝિંગ ની વાત કરે કે એપ્રિશિએટ કરે પોતાને, રાઈટ? કોઈ કંઈક પોઝિટિવ એફર્મેશન લખતા હોય છે, કે કોઈ ઇવન મેડિટેશન કરતા હોય છે, કે કઈ બી અલગ અલગ એક્ટિવિટી ટુ લવ ધેમસેલ્ફ. સો તમારી શું પ્રોસેસ છે એના માટેની? બિકોઝ મને એવું લાગે છે તમે એ કંઈક ને કંઈક ફોર્મમાં કરતા જ હશો, આટલી સક્સેસ, આટલી અચીવમેન્ટ્સ સુધી પહોંચવા માટે મને એવું લાગે છે કે માણસ આવા કંઈક પ્રયત્ન નોઈંગલી અનનોઈંગલી કરતો જ હોય છે, રાઈટ? સો મારે તમારી એ પ્રોસેસ જાણવી છે.
Actually, I don't have any such process very consciously now. I'm really trying to think very hard what I do. But generally, I am a very optimistic kind of a person. I always think that, if I'm doing things right, good things will happen to me. Or if anything bad happens, I don't get a job, like, okay, if I'm looking forward to some work and એ મને ના મળે તો હું સમજુ યાર એમાં કંઈક તો God must have seen the bigger picture and who knows, મને બચાવી હશે. Maybe the work didn't turn out to be as good. And ઘણી વખત હું એક બહુ જ like you're craving for some work and you don't get it, and eventually when you go and watch the film and go and see the part and you're like, God, I didn't do it, એવું પણ ઘણી વખત થતું હોય છે. So I don't do any affirmations as such, but I very very strongly believe that like God loves me, and he would always, I'm just saying he, but not, don't believe it's a she, but he's going to take care of me. If I don't get a job, if I get a job, I'm extremely grateful. There is one practice I always do. જ્યારે મને નવું કામ મળે, જ્યારે હું શૂટ માટે નિકળું કે હું રીડિંગ માટે નિકળું, હું ક્યારે પણ I have never left the home before going to our puja room and એક actorનું નામ લઈને કે thank you God, you are giving me a chance to play Arundhati Singh today, and I'm so grateful for you for giving me this chance to play this character. I've never left the home without saying this. જે પણ ફિલ્મ હોય, જે પણ કેરેક્ટર હોય, એડ હોય, વોટએવર હોય, પણ કેરેક્ટરનું નામ ખબર હશે તો એ, નહીં તો કઈ બ્રાન્ડની વોટએવર એડ આઈ એમ ગોઈંગ ટુ ડુ, એ હું કાયમ એ વસ્તુ કહેતી જઉં છું. બિકોઝ I think you are giving life to one character. તમે એમાં પ્રાણ ફૂંકતા હો છો. So you can't give that pran without the blessing of God, and I'm so grateful ke mane aa character karwa tame ek chance apyo, and just be with me while I go through this journey with this person or this character. So I always do that before leaving. I don't know what you want to call it, but I think gratefulness is the biggest prayer that you can do and one should always do, because આપણે કાયમ ભગવાન પાસે પહેલા એવું હતું કે આપણે બધા માંગીએ કે મને આ જોઈએ, મને જોઈએ. No, I always think that if he's given something at that moment, you go and you pray and you just be grateful કે તમને આ વસ્તુ કરવાનો એમને ચાન્સ આપ્યો, એક મોકો આપ્યો.
Right.
So yeah,
right. I mean, મારો next question તમે answer કરી દીધો. It was about self talk or your internal dialogue, right? અને તમે જે કીધું કે you are most of the time thinking positive કે ભાઈ ઓકે હું આજે શૂટ કરવા જઈ રહ્યું છું તો હું આ કરી લઈશ, કે you are already feeling grateful for what you are going to do next, right? So yeah, I mean, so that your internal chattering matters a lot, and I just wanted to
and you have to prepare a lot. Tame at least I like to do that, જ્યારે હું સેટ પર જાઉં ત્યારે you have to be prepared with your dialogues, because that is my usual challenge. Like I know how to emote, I know how to do everything else, but sometimes if I'm not comfortable with the dialogue, then then I don't feel okay. I need to know the dialogues by heart in my mind for me to be okay. So that is my thing. For other people, they are like, kya tha meri next line? And they get the line and they are okay with it. But for me, I'm not okay doing that, you know. Some people have a different process. So I feel extremely confident when I know my lines. So for my sake, I do my lines, I do everything to the T. So when I go there, it is just about everything else and not the lines. Then I don't like to, you know, then, what was the next line? And then if you're trying to remember, no. Right. And every film, say you've got, you know, whatever, 30-40 scene, say in one film, you've got about 30-40 scenes to play. But in that, there are 4-5 scenes that are like the most important or the most maybe dialogue heavy, sometimes emotion heavy or whatever, and the rest of the scenes glide by, you know. They're like easy, not easy, but they happen, you know, in the process. So I really focus on those 4-5 scenes a lot, you know. What if just it's without a single dialogue, it's an emotional scene, but how do I get to that emotion? I need to tell my brain that okay, you know, this is the zone you're supposed to go into, and I have to train my mind every day till the day I go on shoot that, you know, okay, that is that point, you know. I see in that process, okay, do I get to that point? Okay, then I'm fine. If I don't get to that point, I have to, you know, dig deeper.
Madam, તમને ધારો કે કમ્પ્લેન હોય ને કે તમને એવોર્ડ નથી મળ્યો, but I'm giving you award for your thought process. તમારી પ્રોસેસ બહુ સરસ છે.
જે દિવસે મારા હાથમાં સ્ક્રિપ્ટ આવે, સપોઝિંગ આજે મારી પાસે સ્ક્રિપ્ટ આવી, ઇટ ઇઝ માય પ્રેક્ટિસ. આઈ રીડ ધ સ્ક્રિપ્ટ, એટલે જસ્ટ માય પાર્ટ. પહેલા તો એક વખત આખું કરી લીધું. માય પાર્ટ, માય સીન્સ, આઈ રીડ ઇટ એવરી ડે ટિલ ધ ડે આઈ ગો ઓન સેટ. એવરી ડે આઈ go through my scenes. આજે મળી 15 દિવસ પછી શું છે, દિવસમાં એક વાર. Actually sometimes you don't even have to do it with emotions and nothing like that. Just એક વખત વાંચી જવાનો, ખો આવી ગયું, you know. Just do that every day. અને when you're actually on the set and you're shooting, તો પછી કાલના જે scenes છે એ આજનું તમારું પતી જાય એટલે you just sit for some time, go through your કે કાલનું આ છે, okay, then makeup vanity માં જ્યારે બધું ચાલતું હોય, again you go through your thing and that's it. Then you have to just focus on the next day. But till that time, the 10 દિવસ 15 દિવસ તમને જે preparation ના મળે, that day just go through the entire thing every day. So at least that is my thing, because my psyche is I need to learn the dialogues. So if the dialogues are not learned, so I don't feel good.
Wow.
So I have to do that.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much, madam. બહુ મજા આવી મને તમારું આ બધી સ્ટોરીઝ જાણીને, તમારા એક્સપિરિયન્સીસ, એસ્પેશિયલી એઝ આઈ સેડ કે તમે જે રીતે આખી વસ્તુને પ્રોસેસ કરો છો, રાઈટ, that was amazing. So thank you for sharing. Thank you. And good luck for your next projects. તમે બહુ સરસ કામ કરશો જ અને જોવાની મજા આવશે.
Definitely. And keep watching my films, and keep watching all the work that I do, and do support Gujarati films and do support me, because
absolutely,
at the end of the day, you know, when somebody watches the film, watches your work,
આખું વડોદરા તમારી સાથે છે જ, તમારે ચિંતા કરવાની જરૂર નથી. બસ આ સ્માઈલ તમે કન્ટિન્યુઅસ રાખજો, એ બહુ કન્ટેજિયસ છે.
Definitely, as long as I live.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.